Well, hi, y'all. Welcome to this episode of Vern's Misadventures. Today we're going to be resurrecting a dumpster diver special. This thing was literally thrown in the trash. And I'm going to demonstrate why you want to take a few extra steps if you're going to discard your old computers and whatnot. Some people might think, well, I've got passwords on there. If they don't know the password, they can't really do anything with my data. I'm going to show you the fallacy of that thought process. And so also we're going to show how we can resurrect it and make it ready for use for somebody who needs a computer. So follow along and we will do those couple things. All right, so today's patient is a Dell Inspiron, and according to the sticker on the front, it has an i5 in it. So that's a pretty good find. I got power hooked up here. I've got the cable for this TV hooked up here for the VGA. It has no add-on video card inside. It's just running off the board. I guess the integrated graphics on the i5 probably. So the only thing that we're going to need now is a keyboard. Let's see, we'll switch this over to source. We'll go VGA. We'll plug this deal here from the Hackintosh, and we'll use my keyboard from there. Alright, so I'm not going to plug in a network cable at this time because, well, I don't know. Wow, look at this. How cool is this? Yeah, that's pretty cool. But anyway, how cool is this? The previous owner left us a peel. Just like a new computer, isn't it? They left them all on there. Well, they didn't leave them all on there, but they left a few on there. I might have to leave that one on there. Oh, here we go, here we go. So satisfying. Okay, so there's a big button on the front. That looks like power button to me. And so let's see what happens if we can light this thing up or not. Let's turn our attention to the monitor. All right, let's turn this thing on and see what happens. So far so good. That looks like a Windows 10 roll to me. I'm gonna go tap the enter key. All right. So, password protected user. I think for personal liability reasons, I'm going to call this person Mr. X. So, Mr. X here thought he was safe because he had a password, so he just threw his computer away. How about that? So, I have a couple of tricks up my sleeve here. Alright, so the first thing I'm going to do is turn the computer back off. We'll go ahead and do it gracefully, because we would like to save this installation, not have to go ahead and reinstall and or get a new license key and all that. Alright, so I have here a little flash drive, and on this flash drive is Ubuntu with the Budgie desktop. We're going to go ahead and start the computer with this live. Put it on one of the faster ports again. Okay. And turn on the computer. According to what I just Googled, it looked like F12 was the boot menu. So we'll go F12 soon as we see the splash screen. Alright, so we got that. Alright, and we're going to arrow down and select our HP 165 there. Yeah. So that'll take a minute to boot. now that we're in Ubuntu Budgie, all you do is click the file manager here, right? And you could look in other locations. You would have complete access to the file system on the hard drive. Now, that's not what I do. It's not what I stand for. But I'm just demonstrating this for the sole purpose of showing people why it's important to wipe your hard drives or remove the hard drive and keep it when you throw your computer away. Because anybody with a live disk can get in there and access your files, you see. So it's very dangerous, a very reckless thing to do, to just throw a computer away without taking some kind of measure to protect your data. So enough harping on that. What we need to do in order to clear this password is we're going to change a couple things here. So we're going to go into Windows. Yeah, and we want the System 32. Here we go, System 32. Alrighty. Now we're going to look for osk.exe, which is the on-screen keyboard. Now, if you notice on the screen there's a little handicap sign. That's if you're having trouble typing or whatever else. And that, if you click that, one of the options available to you is to launch an on-screen keyboard. So what we're going to do is we're going to rename the existing on-screen keyboard to something else, and then we're going to rename command prompt, which is cmd.exe. Once again, we just search for it. Okay, OS. Here we go. We'll open the item location, and there it is. Now we can rename it. So we'll rename that to osk.exe.old, and we'll click rename. All right, now we got to find command exe, so we'll just do cmd. Yep. I'm going to open the actual location just to make sure we don't have any issues. Okay, there it is. And then from there we'll go rename. And we'll just rename that to OSK. So now, when Windows offers or issues the command to open the on-screen keyboard, it will call the program called osk.exe. And it doesn't know that we've renamed command prompt to that name. So we rename. Okay, so at this point, we're ready to restart. And we restart. Okay, it wants me to remove my flash drive. Press enter. Alright, so Windows 10 is up. And then we got Mr. X again. And we're going to go ahead. And this is what I was talking about, that little handicap sign right here. Yeah, right there in the lower left corner. Just click that. And we'll select on-screen keyboard. Okay, now, here's what's pretty cool about this. If you type "who am I," okay, well, in the Linux world, this would mean that you are root. But in the Windows world, with this, you are the NT authority. That makes you the grand poobah. You can do whatever you want because you are the man in charge. So we're going to use the net user command. Change Mr. X's password. And we'll just change it to let me in. Alright, says that that has completed successfully. So we'll just move this down. Okay, at this point, we will put in the new password that we just set, which is let me in. And I will show it here. Let me in. You know what's funny? This isn't Windows 10, this is Windows 8. Oh, there's the desktop. This being a Windows 8 setup, I guess we're not going to do the reset like we thought we were. Anyway, this was just careless. I mean, I'm seeing employee stuff here, and medical stuff. I mean, good Lord. They're lucky I found this and no one else, because I'm not going to do anything nefarious with this. So what we're going to do now is we're just going to go ahead and reinstall Windows. We'll just do a fresh install Windows 10. But anyway, that is why you do not want to just throw your computer away, even though you have passwords set and you think you're going to be safe. You never know who's going to dig them out of the dumpster, and you never know who's going to do what with your data. Let me get my Windows installation drive. Hoochie, what's it? Alright, and we will put this on faster drives. So at this point, we'll turn it on and we'll get Windows installed here. There we go. There we go. We'll use the PNY hard drive or flash drive this time. Alright, English US. Next. And install now. Accept that. Next. Alright, what we're going to do is we are going to delete all of these. Delete that. Delete that. And delete that. Alright. Looks like it's got a terabyte hard drive on it. Pretty cool. So then we just have to click next. Should have done this before, but let me go ahead and plug in the networking. Not knowing what kind of worms or viruses might have been on the computer, I don't plug them into my network when I'm still just assessing. Just about done. All right, yes, United States. Next. US. Yes. Skip. Now we can go look for any updates. Alrighty. So looks like we're all fat and sassy and installed and everything. Let's have a look at the system specs and then we'll close out the video. So we have, oh wow, this is a heck of a find here. So we have an i5, looks like it's a dual core, 3.2 gigs, 8 gigabytes of RAM. We've already established that we had a 1 terabyte hard drive. Hey, if you can even hear me over the shower. Well, thanks for watching. We have resurrected the dumpster diver Dell. The dumpster Dell, how about that? I think we're going to call it that. We're going to rename the computer. Oh, system. There we go. Rename. The dumpster Dell. Let's restart. By specs, dumpster Dell. Oh, nice. All right. Well, it's all installed. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.